Halo semuanya, kali ini kita bakal ngelanjutin game Assassin's Creed ketiga.
When we thought we could be saved, we sought to face the sun's wrath and contain it. 4 towers would be built to pull her fury into this place and dispel it. But even with all we knew, with all we had, it would take too long. 1,000 years we could labor and still the work would not be done. The first tower was never completed. The project abandoned. We moved on. But while we labored on other endeavors, a few returned. They thought to automate the process. Metal might finish what flesh could not.
Oke, sekarang kita berada di ruang markas rahasia para assassin, bukan, para peneliti. Ini dia orangnya. Terus kemana? Kita explore dulu. Turun woi. Salah sih. Salah boy. It's not true. Kita kembali. Halo boy. Okay.
Hey Desmond, didn't Subject 16's...
His name was Clay.
Sorry, didn't Clay say Washington was a Templar?
No, he indicated that Washington came into contact with an Apple of Eden, but beyond that, it's all speculation.
Siapa itu yang ngomong? Oh, ini.
The event occurred much later in Washington's life. Perhaps Connor wasn't even involved. It's very hard to know for sure. We'll just have to wait and see what, if anything, happens.
Oke. Terus kagak bisa masuk ya dunia virtual. SSS bro amat. Ini misi. Terus kemana nih? Kemans. Kesini kah? Keluar gua. Salah kelihatannya. No, kagak bisa. Noob. Kagak ke situ. Terus kemana? Kemans. Halo boy. Apa mungkin ke atas sana ya? Kemana sih? Aku tanya ini. Oh, kagak ke situ. Tanya ini.
Hello.
Halo.
Hey.
Udah gitu doang, anjay. Ke atas ini kelihatan nih. Deng deng dereng deng. Apa mungkin ke atas? Really? Kakak loh. No, salah. Ngapain sih? Bisa ke bawah loh. Ini apa nih ya? Kemana sini? Ke atas kan? Udah. Ini udah. Ke atas ya, ke sini kan? Oh, ke sini. Nah, bisa. ke sini. Nah, itu dia. Noh, hampir jatuh loh. Nah, sini. Golden apple.
If we could not meet the sun's cruel embrace, perhaps we might rebuke it. Already
itu,
we
ah?
could generate the fields to protect us
apa
in
itu?
times of strife.
Star Wars.
But these were small and
The
simple
fish, man.
things. To replicate them on a scale the size of a world, we lack the energy to make it so. Half the world, they said then. It is better than none at all. We tried. Again, we failed. A quarter, they asked. Even this we could not do. A sixth, an eighth, a tenth, they cried. The answer was still the same. Perhaps in time a city might be spared. But it was time we did not have. So we moved on.
BTW, mbak-mbak ini siapa ya? Mbak-mbak. Loh, ngilang.
Wonder what's inside.
Oh,
Only one way to find
nasi
out.
pok nih. Wow. Jalur nyala semua loh. Oh, jalan rahasia. Jalan rahasianya mana ya? Ke sini kah? Everybody ho. Bodo amat. I am strong. Kemana ya? Sini kah? Oh, ke sini. Leh, kakak coy. No, salah. Ini kan yang di bawah nih. Apa cuma buka bawah doang? Kakak lah. Oke. Kakak bisa masuk loh.
So what was it like being back at Abstergo?
I didn't expect to get out of there alive. It's a good thing Cross broke down the way he did. If he wasn't losing his mind, I'd probably be dead.
I guess he never really recovered.
What do you mean?
When he first came to us, he was exhibiting symptoms of the bleeding effect. It was real bad. He'd just go in and out at a moment's notice. No animus required. Got a little violent, too, sometimes. It took a while and a bunch of therapy, but we thought we had it under control. Once he went back over to Abstergo, though, who knows what they did to him.
I still worry about that happening to me.
He was raised in an animus, Desmond. There's overexposure, and then there's Daniel. Poor guy. That could never happen to you. We won't let it.
Oke, itu. Gitulah pokoknya.
Hey, when this is all over, we should take a trip somewhere. Celebratory vacation.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Now listen to you. Italy, Brazil, and the United States, all in the span of a few weeks. And you're complaining about not getting out enough?
Bodo amat. Gua explore. Tadi ada jembatan ke sini kan? Oh, salah. Jurang nih. Ini jurang anjir. Apa ini ya? Mana jembatannya mau?
I've been poking around a bit. Did you know there are machines down here that make...
Oh, di dalam situ jembatannya.
Mana or biblical mana?
What do you think?
Part
Biblical,
mana
of course.
tadi?
The Greeks called it...
Ini si bapak-bapak nih.
Hello.
Halo. Cuma hello doang anjir. Nggak aduna. Oh, ada. Oh, kakak. Oh, sini. Ini dia. Oh, yang tadi nih yang buka.
Is it fixed? Immutable? Certain in its existence and only awaiting discovery? Or might it be changed? Here we learned the answer and thought that it might save us. They were used
the
to
Apollo.
command, to control, to
Oh,
own. But we soon discovered another use. When enough sat in thrall and were told to believe, their thoughts took on form. What was imagined became real. If 100 minds could wish away a
overpower
wall,
ya.
create a
Ini
tree,
golden apple.
what might 1,000 do?
Golden apple.
10,000 more. Might we change the consensus and will the threat away? We resolved to send one into the sky where it might illuminate us all. Once placed, a sentence would be uttered. Make us safe. In this way, we would change the consensus. We would save the world. But it never came to be. We sent a dozen of them skyward, but there was no way to maintain control, to direct the beam, to enthrall the world, to speak the words. Though this was strange and dangerous, what we tried next was worse.
Si mbak-mbaknya ini ngapain sih? Artinya apa? Ngono loh. Nggak paham bahasa Inggris loh aku. Goblok. Dalam penting main. Naik terus. Parkour kemana nih? Mau ke sini. Oh, salah coy. Oh, sini. Loncat boy. Noh. Hampir jatuh lu. Cok. Jatuh kan? Goblok kau. Ulang lagi. Yang bener boy. Nih loncat nih. Nah.
Our first instinct was to travel back, to change the past, but we could not find a way. But forward, we could look forward, and so here we sought to see beyond ourselves, and know what was to come. First we wanted to learn if our work would
Wih,
succeed.
kaget.
But the answer
Oh my
was
god.
always the same. So we moved on to other things. But she remained. The one you call Minerva. In time, she too stopped looking, and instead began to speak. She called out across time, in the hopes that you might be saved. She hid messages where none might find them, save for you and those within this place.
Fascinating.
Tired of it. The cryptic warnings, the threats. Just tell us what you want!
But they are. We saw the Nephilim there. We seemed like grasshoppers in our own eyes, and we looked the same to them. Imagine trying to explain all this to a 2-year-old, to a grasshopper. When they said the will of the gods was unknowable, they meant it. Literally.
I killed her, you know. I killed Lucy.
It was the apple, son. It was Juno.
I saw what she was. What would happen if I let her live? I could have stopped myself. I mean, there was a force there. But I didn't have to. I chose to.
Desmond.
Lucy was going to betray us and take the apple back to Abstergo. I saw the satellite launched. I saw them turn it on, and then... it failed. Whatever's on the other side of that door, it benefits Juno. We need to be careful.
Oke. Lanjut ke atas, bodo amat. Udah ke atas nih. Udah sih. Terus kemana? Kemans. Udah ke atas kan? Oh sini. Kenapa nih ya? Ini reruntuhan apa sih? Apa sih? Hanya gua nyasar dong. Ini batu apa ini? Loh, the fish man. Nyasar weh. Aduh. Jalan terus. Nanti sampai, jalan terus. Yang penting jalan ke atas sana ya. Ini reruntuhan apa? Oh itu. Gimana caranya? Gimana caranya ke mbak itu? Oh ini. Kagak bisa bye. Sini. Nah, kesini loh. Terus agak kesini leh. Aduh, pusing woi. Oh sini. Ayo loncat. Nah bagus. Terus ke atas sana. Nah, gua ahli parkour, mantap jiwa. Hello boy. Nah, udah sampai.
What stories the temple will tell me today?
Buka itu gerbang. Gerbang apa tuh? Kebuka. Yang mana yang gak buka? Gua bingung anjir, muter-muter mulu. Loh, gak mati loh. Aduh, terbuat dari apa nih orang?
No, maybe they were sleeping or something and we woke them. Some kind of cryogenics or hibernation. I mean, how do we know what the hell they were doing down here?
They were working on a bunch of different solutions, but nothing worked. Just went from one to the next, and then... I don't know. They must have left at some point. After the end.
I wonder what the world would be like if they'd succeeded.
I'm more concerned about what it'll be like if we don't.
Salvation. They found a way. Too late for them, but not for you. Sealed to protect it. Though now it bars your way. Find the key. The past will tell.
Oke. Terus gimana nih? Masuk kah? Oh, kagak bisa loh. Oh. Ngobrol lagi.
Yeah.
Pintu yang mana tadi yang buka ya? Oh itu. Oh salah. Yang mana yang buka? Kiri, kanan, sana kan? Yang mana yang buka nih ya? Ini. Oh ini. Gua coba lihat. Oh, yang ini ya, benar-benar. Kenapa tuh, ah? Oh, bener kan? Ketemu si mbak-mbaknya.
A new world approached, one that was dark and cold. It would consume us, for we were flesh, and flesh is frail. Though suits and shields might offer comfort, such adornments would not suffice, not to save us all. So we sought to change what we were. In this manner, we might thrive in a world made poisonous. It was Aita who volunteered to see if it might be done. Aita, my husband, my love. In the end, it changed him, ruined him. He was made a prisoner of the machines. The body might survive, but his mind became brittle to the touch. He begged me for release, for days, for weeks, for months. I pleaded with him to give us time to find another way. But there wasn't one. Not for him. Not for us.
Oh my god, dibunuh dong. Aduh, Mai dibunuh. Miris. Terus kemana? Keman sini apa nih? Kesini kan tadi. Ini kagak ada apa-apanya. Nah, udah kosong nih. Benar. Ini oh kagak. Ini yang tadi ke bawah. Berarti lewat sini. Nah, lewat sini. Oh, salah. Kemana nih? Oh, sini. Sini. Kok muter-muter sih? Habis dibunuh terus ngapain, woi? Oh, I see, ke atas mungkin. Ya. Nah, bener kan? Oh, itu. Lewat mana nih? Nah, sini bener kan? Terus ke atas. Jangan jatuh. Yang sinaran apa nih? Terus ini apa nih? Oh, ke sana, Nana. Nah. Nice, naik terus. Bagus, nice. Asli. Ninja. No. Wah, kampret. Banyak gaya nih orang.
What is consciousness but a series of electrical impulses? And the body a vessel to hold these sparks. But it is weak. In time, it decays and crumbles into dust. We asked ourselves then, what if it might be replaced with something stronger, something better? So we forged a new vessel, one that might endure. It proved easy enough to enter. But to leave required something more, something wrong. And so this too they abandoned. I wondered, though, were they right to turn away?
Oke, disuruh ngapain tadi? Habis ke sini, terus commands. Oh, ke sana mungkin. Bener kakak? Bener kan? Tadi ke sana, sana ke sini, terus ke sana. Nah, kita muter ya. Kita muter. Oh, itu. Nah. Oh, jadi kita ngumpulin box ini terus dipasang-pasang biar nyala semua nih. Peninggalan kuno. Reruntuhan kuno, ya kan? Nah loh, jembatannya berhubung, kebuka lah. Nice. Terus, aduh salah, kan udah tuh. Oh, ke sana tuh. Salah sih. Udah kan? Udah. Berarti kita turun. Kemana jalan nih? Oh, ini. Nah, gini. Nah, sampai.
We're right behind you.
Bagus, kita dapat kunci. Wow, berarti lengkap. Terus kemana nih? Ayo, gua pimpin ya. Lari maksudnya. Ayo lari. Dasar males. Udah tua males. Sini. Nah, gua buka nih.
Moment of truth.
Wih, udah kebuka ya segelnya. Oke, kita ke sana nih. Wih, ada apa wih?
Yes. Come.
Itu dia global. Apa itu golden apple?
Here, at last. You know our story now. Of how we tried. Of how we failed. All our hopes extinguished. Save one. Your touch. A spark. A spark to save the world.
Wait! Do not touch the pedestal.
Minerva?
You. But how? You left. You destroyed the device.
Did you think there was only one?
What the hell is going on here?
You must not free her.
Free her?
Juno dwells within these walls, awaiting release. I will explain. While we worked to save the world, she sought instead to conquer it. She used our machine to set her plans in motion. Divination through numbers. There is a pattern to existence, To comprehend the calculations is to tame time. This was my focus. And so I built the eye to aid us. But she turned it towards her own ends. When we discovered her treachery, we put a stop to it. And then we left. But first we called to you, that you might try again. We thought it would be safe with her gone. Now I see we were deceived. She survived, she endured, and then she began to work. For centuries, Tinia and I walked the world, hoping to rekindle the spark of civilization. We shared what we knew as best we could. We were not the only ones, but for all the power we wrought, still death would claim us. But before it did, I would have one last look to know if we had succeeded.
That's how you're here now?
I had hoped you might find this place and finish our work. But it is too late. You and the Templars have squabbled over our refuse. You have wasted centuries, and so you have lost your chance. You cannot hope to stop the end now, Desmond. Only to survive.
She's lying! Only touch the pedestal and the world will be saved.
Better the world burn than she be loosed upon it.
Is that so? Show him then.
But he will not understand. It is complicated. It is...
Show me.
If you heed Minerva, the sun will have its way. The ground will crack and spit fire into the skies. All the world will
Anjay.
burn. But this does not end the
Gunungnya
world.
banyak banget ya.
Merely heralds its arrival. Darkness follows. Then you emerge, resolving to lay a foundation that such a tragedy does not befall the world again. You will become a symbol to those who survive. Hope, knowledge, determination. You will inspire them to rebuild, to thrive once more.
The
And as
freeze
the
man.
world
Ngapain
heals,
tuh? Oh,
so too will humanity.
habis kiamat
But you are
jadi kayak
just a
gini ya.
man, frail and mortal. You pass from the world, leaving behind only a memory.
Setelah itu
legacy.
mati.
You will be remembered first
Kocak
as a
tuh.
hero, later as a legend, and in time as a god. It is the cruelest fate to have written words that meant well and see them made wicked and unwise. What was meant to encourage life, used instead to justify taking it. And so now you see that what was shall be again. So tell me, how is this better?
Oh, itu masa depan ya.
She would
Atau
sacrifice
gimana?
sacrifice
Entahlah.
the world.
Kita
No
lihat.
other reason than to deny me vindication.
They will enslave your kind, Desmond. Is this not why you fight? Is this not why you came here? To ensure more than just your race's future, but its freedom?
What future? What freedom? Billions dead and the whole cycle begun anew? This world has known nothing but heartache and horror since we left it.
Our gift to them, and you'd see it all returned.
Enough!
You must not do this.
Whatever Juno's planning, however terrible it might seem today, we'll find a way to stop it. But the alternative, what you want, there's no hope there.
If you free her, you'll be destroyed.
It will happen in an instant. There will be no pain.
You mustn't.
It's done, Minerva. The decision's made.
Then the consequences of this mistake are yours to live and die with.
You need to go. All of you. Now. Get as far away from here as you can.
Come with us. We'll find another way.
There isn't time.
Son.
You know it's true. It's already started. I need to do this now. So go. Go!
Oh my god. jadi Ultraman. No, mati dong, bisa mati.
It's some sort of global aurora borealis. Never seen anything like this before. Eyewitnesses describe electrical storms and erratic displays of unusual weather. Residents are being asked to remain inside and wait for geological surveys are now reporting seismic activity throughout the Ring of Fire. Northeastern Canada is said to be experiencing the largest on record. Satellites and transformers are failing as the flare increases in intensity. Worldwide reports of blackouts and seems to be receding.
Amat nih,
Residual seismic and volcanic activity is being
wis
reported,
men,
but nothing
tiba-tiba
approaching
tamat
earlier
anjir.
Obviously, it'll
Oh
be a
my
while
God.
before experts are able to assess the full extent of the damage caused by today's events.
Tamat, udah tamat.
Is behind us. We'll be sure
Oke,
to bring
terima
you
kasih
more
yang telah
as this
menonton.
story develops.
Sampai jumpa, bye bye.
It is done.
Tapi lihat
The
dulu.
world is saved. You played your part well, Desmond. But now it's time that I played mine.